a feature of empire is they're made to feel inevitable.
Yeah.
But the thing is, every empire has fallen in history because they're actually really weak at their foundations. And the way that I think about how we can actually contain the empire is thinking about the full supply chain of AI development. These companies, in order to do what they do, they actually need resources from us. They need our data. They need the land, energy, and water to power their data centers. They need that labor. They need talent, the AI researchers that are working within their labs. And they also need consumers to buy their technologies, to deploy them into classrooms, into healthcare, into all of these different spaces. And all of these things are what I like to think of as sites of democratic contestation. There are already movements happening where artists are glazing their work when they put it up on the internet in online portfolios, such that there's no difference to the naked eye, but when an AI model trains on it, it breaks the AI model apart. And that's one form of resistance of, if you're not going to ask for my consent, if you're not going to compensate me, you don't get this data for free. And there are already worker strikes in the Hollywood writers who are saying, we're not going to allow AI to be deployed in certain contexts. There need to be guidelines and conditions around when AI is and isn't deployed in our work. There are activists all around the world that are fighting back data centers that are just landing in their communities. And by the way, like, these data centers often come in without any transparency. Like, Meta built a data center in New Mexico under a shell company name called Greater Kudu LLC. And it wasn't until the deal was done that they went, surprise, it's Meta. And so all of these residents are rising up being like, we need more transparency. We need you to guarantee that either if you bring in a data center, you give us jobs, or you tell us that you're not going to use above a certain amount of water, a certain amount of energy, or you don't come at all. And so I think we have to sort of remember that Silicon Valley has done a really good job of creating this culture where they make you feel like everything that you own is actually what they own. But we have to remember that we actually own this data. We own these spaces. We have a right to elect officials that protect our life-sustaining water. And if everyone actually remembers that and asserts, hey, we want AI to be developed this way, we want it to be deployed this way, companies have to follow. They're ultimately businesses.